With the release of Pokémon Home compatibility with Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, we got access to some returning Pokémon from past generations, alongside the new Hisuian Pokémon from Pokémon Legends Arceus. Regieleki is one of the Pokémon that has returned to Gen 9 and is already banned in one day from Gen 9 competitive singles, despite not being a great pick in Gen 8 competitive singles. So why did Regieleki get banned in one day from Gen 9 competitive singles? To understand why Regieleki got banned so fast, I have to explain why Regieleki was not a great pick in Gen 8, let alone being banned. Back in Gen 8, Regieleki had one big problem, and that was the fact that it got completely shut down by quite literally any ground type. Despite Regieleki's great offensive stats with 100 base in both offenses and its incredibly high speed stat of 200 base, surpassing even Deoxys' speed and making it the fastest Pokémon in the game, Regieleki struggled to break through any ground type. This is a big deal, as ground types were already mandatory on any serious competitive team, most often being occupied by specially defensive Landorus T or Garchomp. So basically, it's already a guarantee that you would face a team with a ground type. This means that Regieleki was never a threat as long as your ground type was healthy, making it very unreliable. Despite the offensive power Regieleki brought to the table, especially with its great ability Transistor, which boosts its electric moves by 50%, it was difficult to get it to put in significant work. Regieleki's best way to hit ground types was with coverage moves like Swift, Hyper Beam and Ancient Power, which are not considered great moves at all. It did have a niche with Rapid Spin providing hazard control for hazard stacking teams, as did with many switches to ground types and being able to outspeed literally the entire metagame, including Choice Scarf users. This brings me to my point on why Regieleki is banned. In Gen 9, Regieleki got its biggest wish, the ability to hit its biggest counters, aka the ground types. With the Racialization, Regieleki could use Terra Ice with Terra Blast to blast itself with a 80 base power Step Ice move, giving it the perfect coverage, which is referred to as the Boltween coverage. This being named after the coverage of Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, but it goes for any combination of electric and ice moves. Ice can hit the grass, dragon and ground types that electric struggles with for super effective damage, while electric can hit the water types for super effective damage, and this combo hits every other typing for neutral. The most important takeaway here is the ability for Regieleki to now hit ground types for super effective damage with a strong Step Ice move. With this coverage move, Regieleki's biggest and only problem is now non-existent, making Regieleki a serious threat to any team with its respectable base 100 special attack stat and its incredibly high 200 base speed stat, allowing it to outspeed every Pokémon in the metagame, including common Choice Scarf users and set of sweepers after +2 speed. A moveset of Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Terra Blast Ice and Rapid Spin with the item Heavy Duty Boots leaves Regieleki with no reliable counterplay, and its speed makes it nearly impossible to revenge kill outside of strong priority moves. Regieleki can do consistent damage with Thunderbolt, provide momentum with powerful Volt Switches, and hit any ground type that dares to switch in on an electric move with a super effective ice move. The best way to deal with Regieleki is to use a Terra Water on a ground type, as it uses Terra Blast Ice, which is not healthy for a meta in the slightest. As a result, Regieleki's overwhelming offensive presence got it quick banned from the Gen 9 OU tier in a day after its return. I will say though that if the Racialization ends up getting banned later in the gen, then Regieleki will definitely get unbanned, but for now it is banned. Check out my video on how a level 88 camera can deal over 2 billion damage, and if you want to see more content like this, let me know by liking the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and see you next time.